that would soak them last week resolves itself this time around.
Baker going to throw this right away. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 69 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Here's Mayfield. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
McCaffrey fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all. Down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 16 carries, 76 yards and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Brady. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So this game, Charles, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Throwing again on second down. Brady, that is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. First down, Mayfield. Again, he finds more. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a lickness and confidence about him, and I think we saw
situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
These two teams all tied after one. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Tom Brady and the Tampa offense getting set to go once again. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Brady. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Bucs at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Rolling to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Kyle Rudolph. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. From the 10. And he returns this to the 22. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, they've won a few in the years following. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Mayfield now. There's Trimble, the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
From the 41, Mayfield. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Fournette, a first down carry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. A first down throw for Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. They'll roll him out right. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and it's the Giants who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Tyrod Taylor. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdowns.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah,
and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mayfield on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 17, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On play action, it's Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Brady gives this to White. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Brady now on first down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield to throw it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On second down, here's Fournette. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Brady going to go on fourth down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's first and 10. Now Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. To throw again on second down. Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The fourth touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And it's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Mayfield now from the 50. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Mayfield with it once more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Brady going to look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Jones has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Suckup for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Second down and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Bucs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.